Having discussed the various kinds of chametz, I think it's important to make one more point. The minhag b'Yisrael, it's certainly amongst Ashkenazim and many Sfaradim, is not to eat certain foods on Pesach. The leading food, or the food that is widely accepted as not being edible on Pesach, is rice. For some reason, it's not always clear, but there are different possibilities. Most Ashkenazim, some Sfaradim, don't eat rice at all on Pesach. The Sfaradim, Yeshiva and Midrasha, who do eat rice on Pesach, check the rice very carefully to make sure that nothing that looks like chametz could have possibly gotten mixed in to the kernels of rice. Now, rice is not chametz. The fact that we don't eat chametz is because, I guess, we don't eat rice because we are nervous that there has somehow gotten mixed in with the rice real chametz. The rice itself is not chametz. So that on Pesach, if you have rice, you put it away. You put it in a place that's not accessible. You put it in a place where people will not mistakenly take it and use it on Pesach. But the rice is not chametz. And since the rice is not chametz, you don't have to get rid of it. Right? You don't have to sell it. You don't have to burn it. You don't have to treat it as though there is some issue involved with the rice. The prohibition to eat rice on Pesach is a minhag that was universally accepted, true, but a minhag nonetheless. And a minhag means, in this case, that we don't eat it, even though we all know that it's not chametz. It's not as though there's some sort of doubt about the rice itself. And today that you can get rice well cleaned and it's well ordered, and you get it in very neat sanitary packages, there's really no reason to imagine that the chametz got mixed in with the rice. Nevertheless, we maintain minhag avotenu biyadenu. We see an importance in maintaining prohibitions that our forefathers sometimes sacrificed greatly in order to maintain. I mean, rice is a staple of many communities and many societies. It's a simple and inexpensive food, and yet our forefathers were willing to forego the opportunity to make life a little easier on Pesach and eat the rice, and they all agreed that they should stay away from the rice. And so we too today, even though rice is a different order of prohibition, even though the rice is certainly not chametz, even though we have little reason to fear that the chametz got mixed in with other things, as you see, certain of the Yeshiva and Midrasha eat the rice on Pesach. I mean, they check the rice carefully, but they eat the rice with no qualms. Nevertheless, those of us who come from a world in which this minhag was supported by the community take the trouble to maintain that minhag and to we try very hard not to eat anything with rice in it or rice derivative or however, the rice itself is not chametz. So what you have to do with the rice on Pesach is you put it away, you put it in a place which is not accessible to all sorts of people who might be walking in and out of your home. But since the rice is not chametz, we don't have to sell it, we don't have to get rid of it, we don't have to destroy it, and it will become available to us after Pesach.